Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing this morning? I hope that your day is off to a wonderful, fantastic start. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. Not your first time here, hi, welcome back. If you enjoy any and all things makeup related, tossing in some book stuff here and there, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads. And let's get into today's exciting video, which is I'm going to do a full face of products that I'm loving right now for the summer. Not sure how well this is going to look. It may not be super summery. No, it has to be super summery. But I'm so excited to share with you the products that I'm just using over and over and over again. A lot of them are relatively new. There are a couple of older things, but for the most part, they are new. So if you guys are excited to see what products I'm loving, what the final look looks like, then definitely keep on watching. Things first, I always start with my eyes. So I have the Jaclyn Cosmetics First Base Eyeshadow Primer. Okay, I really like this. I did not think I was going to like this as much as I do. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is really good. So I always rave about like my Ulta Matte Eye Primer. I like that as well. I think this one is a little bit different. I feel like the wear time's really good, but in terms of it being different, this one is definitely like much lighter, like not lighter coverage, like lighter feeling. Like it definitely just feels really nice and sheer. So I was kind of nervous when I first tried it that like nothing was going to happen with like priming my eyes. And the Ulta matte one is a little bit thicker. So if you want a thicker one, I would go with the Ulta. If you want something that's nice and light, I would go with the Jaclyn. Can't go wrong with either. I'm just going to be a disclaimer on the eyeshadow palette. This actually isn't really one of my favorites. I don't really find that the shimmers are anything to write home about. But the mattes are fantastic, and that's all I'm using from a palette. So this is the Vanity Makeup palette. Is it called anything? The Signature palette. So I really like the mattes. I think that the mattes do a phenomenal job. So that's why I'm going to use that, because on the lid, I'm going to put on this Dazzle Stick, which is from KVD. It's so pretty. It's like so like intense too, for it kind of being like a, it doesn't feel like a super, like it feels wet. So these don't have shade names, just so we know. Is this one going to be this one right here? I'm just going to use that same brush. And I'm going to start working that in like my transition area, which is very different than most people's or some people's, because this is my transition area. So I'm just going to lightly take some of that color and just slowly start working it to make that transition tone. Then next, I want to go into the shade right here, and we're just going to keep using that same brush. Like honestly, if I don't have to use a ton of brushes, I'm not going to. And I'm just going to start focusing this in like the lower part of the crease and just a little bit above. So it gives it some definition. And then I'll start packing it a little bit on the outer corner. This is not going to be our outer corner shade. I do have another shade in mind. But I think this might be the way. Then for the outer corner, I'm going to go into this black shade. I'm going to go into it not like super intense. That's as much as I've got on my brush. Let's see how well this works. Like I'm stamping it and blending. Stamp and blend, stamp and blend, stamp and blend. Go. So normally I never mention anything about like glitter primer. I just put it on, which I did just like out of habit. But my favorite like thing for like shimmers, metallics, glitters, although I'm kind of drifting away from glitters, anything like that, my NYX glitter glue, I just apply. It's so super simple, so super easy. So now we have this Dazzle Stick by Dazzle Stick by KVD. This is called Electro Bolt. And again, it's like this like really pretty gold, but it has like a little bit of a green shift. So I like to just like take it on my finger like so and just start to tap it on. Like, do you see what I mean? Like it's just so bold and intense. I love this. You see that? So I am going to put on some lashes today. So to line my lids, I cannot for the life of me find my Beauty Bakery liner, which is one of my top favorites as well. But recently I tried this from Natasha Denona, the Macro Blade liquid liner. I really like this as well. I will say it's a little bit more stiff. So if you want something a little bit more like brush tip, you may not like this. But if you like something a little bit more stiff for like better precision, I think this is a good option. So I do like to put mascara on. Now, this mascara that I'm going to tell you is something that I love even if I wasn't going to put on lashes. And that is this from Milk Cosmetics. It's the Supernatural Lash Mascara. This is really good. I really do enjoy this. Here's what I'm going to say though, is when you are applying it, and only when you're applying it, you may experience fallout and flakiness. However, once you put this on, it stays the rest of the day. So there are those. I'm going to go put on some lashes. I honestly don't have any favorite lashes. If they fit for my eyes, that's good enough for me. But I will say for my lash adhesive, I personally really like either the Duo with the brush or the Kiss with the brush. They're both super affordable, really, really cheap. So this is definitely just like one of my favorites. I love this. If you like something else or if this irritates your eyes, there are other options out there. But for me, for how cheap as it is, and it really does make my lashes stay, you can't get better than that. Now we're going to go ahead, prime my face. So I will say these lashes are like the Glam Light Pizza ones. I'm not really picky about lashes. I'm just not. What I am picky about are other products. Lashes, as long as they fit, I feel like they look nice on my eyes. Not too much, but also not nothing. I'm okay with it. Doesn't matter. I don't care what brand it is. So now we're going to prime the face. So first things first, I know. This is expensive. This is a Natasha Denona Hygiene Skin Glass Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. Listen, this is like $48 for 20 mils. Is that what it is? 20? Yeah, for like 20 mils. I get that's expensive, okay? Just like hear me out. It's expensive. But I do find that like in comparison to like some of the other, like the Charlotte Tilbury one that I really enjoy, or that the Maybelline, where like it provides a glow that a lot of people really like the Hollywood Flawless Filter and that Maybelline push-up one. So it like provides a glow. But I don't find it to be as hydrating as this. And this still does provide a beautiful glow to the skin. But I feel it really has hydration. I would say the other two, have a little bit of hydration, but it is not like this. This is fantastic. I know it's expensive, okay? Don't yell at me. I know it's expensive and has a little bit of a scent. So, I don't know. I don't think this is as bad, like super, like more amazing than them. I mean, this kind of is. But if you're one, well, I just want the glow, I don't really need all the extra hydration, you can go for the other two. Well, the Charlotte Tilbury is obviously really expensive. The Maybelline one is not, but I enjoy this. I need hydration, so I enjoy this. For the pore filling primer, I have this from Winky Lux. This is the whipped cream primer. This is interesting. It's so odd. Just like, it's like a bouncy mousse like texture. And anyways, I just focused this primarily in the T-zone right here. Okay. It's so interesting. Honestly, it's probably one of the most interesting primers I have ever tried, but I love like the end results. You do have to really rub it in, but I feel like my skin really looks kind of like blurred where I put it. I literally forgot to plug in my microphone that whole time, but hopefully you could still hear me. So next up for foundation, I love this Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. I hate how much I like this. I didn't pick this up for the longest time because I was like, oh, this is really expensive. And if I can find a really good like product from like the drugstore or affordable, I'm like, that's more my jam, you know? It's more something I would like. But I've heard so many people rave about this foundation. I mean, everyone. So I had gotten a gift card from someone, and basically I went on Sephora's website and I was like, okay, I have this free gift card. So I was just thinking, what are some things that like I've been interested in but haven't picked up because I personally don't want to spend my money on it. Well, I saw this pop up and I was like, all right, this is so hyped and raved about. Maybe I should try this. I was like, I doubt it's going to be like mind blowing, but you know, I can definitely, check into it, check it out. So here I am, just now like loving this. It provides the kind of coverage that I'm looking for, easy to like blend out, not cakey, not overly textured, just like nothing like that, just kind of simple, flawless, the works. So then for concealer, I am loving this from Huda Beauty, the Luminous Matte, Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer. Here's the thing, this said matte. And so I was thinking, great, this is going to be really heavy. It's going to be too much. So there we go. So there we go. And what I love about this is I was like, man, this might be a little bit too much for my under eyes with it being matte. I really struggle with like matte concealers only because my skin is so dry, and that is including but not limited to my under eyes. So I have to be super, super careful about what I am putting on underneath my eyes. So I do like to go in with some like really nice cream products. So first of all, here is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I really, really love this. I have mine in the shade light medium. Normally I'm really fair. I was told by someone, don't ask me who or where I'd heard it. There's been a couple of people that said this, that like it's much better to go up a shade. And so I was like, okay, well, let me try going up a shade. Let's see what happens, if anything. It does. I feel like this is perfect for me, even though it's considered a little bit darker. I think this is beautiful. And it just like, honestly, it just like blends out just so easily, just effortlessly. I have this like little stippling brush. This is the Zoeva Petite Stippling, that's all it says. All right. So then I'm going to put this on my forehead like so. And for a cream blush, so first of all, this has like all the things that I need. These little cheek clappers from One Size. So what I love about these is like you have a cream, a matte option, or if you don't want to mess with like shimmer or like a highlight, they have a really beautiful shimmery option. So we have this type of a look on. I'm trying to figure out what trio is going to work the best. Sometimes this can be an issue. Okay, this can be an issue. Maybe on that one, that could be a good option. It's the Very That one, not Firestarter. Okay, so let's try with like the Very That, and I'm gonna go into the cream right here. So just kind of stipple it into that brush, and then just start lightly stippling it out. I mean, again, it just blends out so nicely. I don't have any issue with patchiness, pilling. I don't have any issues with any of that. So, wow, I love this so much. I love you so much. I mean, it's just so good. Like, these cream products are just like working so well together. Can't stand it. So good. So in terms of like a cream highlighter, I don't really feel I have one that's like, oh, I need this for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the setting powder. All right, listen. I got sent this in a sample, and I still have it in a sample, but it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder, matte setting powder, in the shade 1 Vanilla. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the party. This is fantastic, a fantastic powder. So I will just take that and just start dusting it off, and then start to go under my eyes lightly, my cheeks, my forehead. Like, I just try to get it kind of everywhere that I would set, like put powders on top of the creams or underneath my eyes. And then I'll just kind of, when I don't have a lot left, I'll just lightly I will just lightly set the rest. But here's like my amazement. Like, look at that powder. Like, it looks flawless. It looks airbrushed. Let's go ahead. Let's just finish up the lower lash line, so that way it can be done. I'm going to take that black shade that we had went in with originally on the outer corner, and I'm just going to put that right here. Might just take it all the way around, truthfully. Then I'm going to take that more of that like dark brown shade and just start kind of smoking it underneath. Not super far though, but you know, just working that. And then I'll take that really, really light brown shade that we originally went in and smoke that even lower. Then for like an eyeliner in the waterline, I'm really enjoying this from Natasha Denona. This is the Macro Tech Eye Crayon. Okay, the weird thing is that I kind of have like a really runny waterline. So I kind of have trouble with like it sticking and staying. But this, literally, I'm having to like scrub my eyes to get it off from my waterline, and I can appreciate that. I know it's gonna stay. We need to then do inner corner. I think for my inner corner, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's like a cream shimmer, and we are just going to see what happens when I apply this. Wow, that actually isn't too bad. So before I start going in with powders, I usually like to start prepping my brows, as in like I like to put my gels in before I go in with a pencil. But I like to go in with the pencil after I've already done my powder, so my brow gel kind of is stuck in place where I want it. So first off, this is Benefit Brow Setter. It's a clear brow gel, and I know this is an older product, but seriously, it's just so good. Like, I have just been using it all the time. I've already repurchased. I purchased 2 more. I'm already working my way through the first one I had as backup. So yeah, that's how much I love these. It's just effortless, holds the brow really good. It can feel a little bit crunchy, so if you don't like that, you're not gonna like this. But I like it because it really, really does hold my brows. And my brows can get a little bit crazy, a little bit to a lot of it all over the place. So I really like that. So then I have this Kosas one. I just tried this. I like this. I like how how tiny the little applicator is, because it really gets in my brows. And I find some of the tiny ones can still make like a huge mess, but I find this one really does stick wherever you're like putting it. I love it so much. Oh man, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Bow, bow, bow. Show them girls out. Boop, 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 boop. Go ahead, go in with the rest of the cheek products. So first things first is going to be a bronzer. Right now, I am really enjoying this from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's her bronzer, and it is in the shade Vitamin D is the one that I really prefer. The one thing I don't particularly enjoy about said bronzer, a very strong coffee scent. I don't know. So that, I mean, it's interesting. But we're just going to start lightly tapping that in. For blush, I don't really want to go into this one because it is super glowy that you wouldn't need a highlighter. But there is a highlighter that I want to talk about that is definitely one of my favorites. So we're just going to go into this little shade right here and lightly start applying it on the cheeks. And really like work that in to the cheeks. So it's not like too much. Sometimes you can just get really carried away with blush. You just can. I do want to kind of prep my lips. They're starting to feel a little bit dry. One of my favorite things to do this, I have two, but I think you have heard about the Too Faced Pillow Balm 1,000 times for me. So I've also discovered this from Kaleidos. It is the Apple Glaze Lip Mask. It's heaven. And oh yeah. Then I kind of want to set the face a little bit so I can make the highlight maybe like slightly more intense. One of my all-time favorite things for the summer specifically are these Milani Make It Last Fruit Fetishes. It just kind of has like that really fruity scent, which I kind of associate with summer a lot. Just because like in the summer, like a lot of like produce and like watermelons, peaches, things like that are like ready to start picking and eating. So that's for me. And also I really do think this does a good job at setting the face for a cheap, affordable drugstore option. So I really, really do enjoy that. So then for highlight, I know. This is the Pat McGrath Labs. It's this. This is the Divine Glow Highlighter in Lunar Allure. This is so good. Like, it literally just glides right on the face. It's beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to take some on my brush and start to work that in to the cheeks. I feel like it gives a really good highlight. I don't necessarily know that I think it's like super lit from within. I don't think it's like a little bit overpowering either. So I just love this. It's so good. Like, it's just is. Like, here it is, and it just really doesn't overly emphasize my texture. I feel like almost every highlighter in a way can emphasize your texture, but whatever this is, it just doesn't like overly emphasize it. You know, I had tried this not that long ago. I feel like this is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil, and it is like this like a long one. And I feel like when I was first starting out with makeup, I really did not appreciate this type of pencil. I just felt like it was just too much for me. I couldn't get those like little hair-like strokes. But I will say that as I have been getting more and more more and more practice with makeup, that I actually really do like this pencil. Just because it's super easy to complete. I just draw little baby hairs with the one, and then just start filling this in, and it just fills it in really quick, which is appreciative. Sometimes your girl is in too much of a hurry. Before we move on into our lip that we're going to put on for this look, I do just want to say I do love to like spritz myself with a really good spray. I'm again still loving this. I have shared this before. This is from Dossier. It's the Ambery Vanilla. This is like the Black Opium from YSL. That's what it's supposed to dupe. And listen, I use this thing almost every single day, and I have had it for months, and I've only used up this much. You really don't need a lot. Like, I just like to choom, choom. And that's it. That's all that I do. It's really nice, lasts a very good amount of time. I just enjoyed that. I think it's a really good product, especially for how affordable it is. So last and finally is lips, and we have this right here. This is the NYX Shine Loud Magic Maker. So what I really like about this is you first take on the color. So it does take a little bit to set down the lipstick. So over time it's going to start drying down and it's going to feel like very sticky. I'll show you how sticky it can get whenever it finally sets down, but let me tell you, it gets insanely sticky. And then you put this gloss on and suddenly it's like nowhere near sticky. But I'm going to go ahead, wait just a little bit for it to set down, and then come back so we can talk about the rest. It's pretty sticky, so you can then start putting the gloss on top. And usually I have to dip it in twice. One for the top, one for the bottom. Okay, but it looks really nice and like glossy, but it's now no longer sticky. What I will say though is the gloss will wear off pretty quickly if you're like eating, drinking, things like that. I wouldn't say like super quick, but it does start to wear off. This color still stays on the lips unless you're eating something like really super greasy, something like that. Then it may not stay the best, but I think it does have really great staying power. My top 3 for like staying powder is this, the Jaclyn Cosmetics and the Maybelline matte ink lipsticks. Like those are fantastic. Those are great. And I feel like this lip really goes with the look. It's a little bit more nude, but it's not like so nude that I'm terrified, right? Because y'all remember that when I tried to do some neutral lips here lately? It wasn't happening for me. So this is it for the completed and final look. What do you guys think? I think it came out really pretty. I could see where some of you are like, this is summer, Carrington. Why do you have like a full on smoky eye? And you know what? I just love having a really good eye look every day. Doesn't matter what time of season. Listen, fall colors. I can wear fall colors year round, not even care. I can wear black lipstick year round and not even care. Right? I just love, that's what I love the most about makeup, is like you can just wear whatever you want whenever. But let me know what you guys think of the end result. I am really impressed. Again, my skin looks just so airbrushed, so flawless. The lip color is really nice. I'm so impressed with how the eyes came out. So let me know if you guys want me to do like a full face every season of the products that I am loving, or do you guys like the monthly favorites and fails where I just sit there and ramble about all these products that I've recently tried? Let me know all of that down below. If you definitely liked more of this video where I just like put on like what I'm absolutely loving and just like continuously reaching for right now, I can totally do that. Maybe that'll help narrow it down some, so I'm not talking about 7 different primers and you're like, oh, which one should I get? Like in this case, I would be like, this is what I'm loving. I think you'll love this. Or if you don't like this and this, you won't love it. So you can make a more informed choice whenever you purchase, but at least you have stuff that's really broken down about what I would recommend and what I wouldn't. So let me know which way you guys like it better. Do you like it with just once a season doing this? Or would you rather me do, rambling on and on? I don't care either way. I want to do what you guys like, but I decided I want to try to mix it up to see what you guys think. So let me know that down in the comments. Don't forget to go ahead, click that subscribe button, click the little bell if you'd like to be notified of all uploads from me. Tons of new content coming. Go follow me over on Instagram. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. This helps the channel out. Lets me know you like these types of videos, so definitely make sure you guys are doing all of that. And don't forget to go and follow me over on Instagram. But that is it. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in my next one.